and keep your mind open. Our graduation speaker today, Dr. Ramanan, illustrates that pathway in life. He started off with a bachelor's degree in India from Indian Institute of Technology. He then moved to Texas, to UT Dallas, where he received his PhD in our then Environmental Sciences program. From here, he moved to Austin, where he received an MBA. And he used the science and the business acumen obtained in those degrees to forge a very unique career. He is a professional engineer, licensed both in Texas and in India. He's a chartered engineer in the UK, and an environmental a certified engineer from the American Academy of Environmental Engineering. He is a globally recognized expert in industrial sustainability with over 30 years of experience in management, in advocacy, compliance, risk mitigation, and corporate social responsibility oversight. Dr. Ramanan is been honored as a U.S. Department of State Environmental Leadership Fellow, Fulbright Fellow. He's a fellow of the Air Waste Management Association, has served both on their board and has chaired their educational council. He has stayed active both in industry and academics. He has a long career in large corporations, ExxonMobil, AECOM, and ICF International, the latter of which is a large environmental consulting firm. And he's also been involved in the academic circles. One of his big achievements in the 1990s is he worked with the World Bank on responsible investments, and was one of the founding members that put together the Equator Principle, which is the framework that is used in risk management as for financial institutions around the world. He has been in academics. Most notably, he's an associate professor, and he was the interim director of the Center for Sustainability at Illinois Institute of Technology. He is also an affiliated professor at the Desert Research Institute in Reno, Nevada. He has authored 2 books on sustainability and environmental ethics, both of which are available on Amazon as of this morning. We do not encourage telephone use during the ceremony, but I will note that the first book, there's only 1 copy left. So if you find yourself extraordinarily engaged in the topics of his speech, I wouldn't criticize you for purchasing it now. Our speaker, Dr. Ramanan.
Hello, everybody. That was an introduction which even I could not recognize myself. I did complete my PhD at UTD 30 years ago, when it was a small graduate school, as the president mentioned earlier. It was a different place then. It was much smaller. TMOC was not even born yet. I'm glad to see some things have not changed. UTD is still an excellent institution that produces exceptionally accomplished innovators that I see before me. I am deeply honored to speak with you today. I earned my bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology. When I graduated, my parents shared a quote from Einstein. I remember it vividly. It said, "The concern for man and his destiny must always be the chief interest of all technical effort. Never forget it among your diagrams and equations." I came to UT Dallas to pursue a PhD in environmental engineering. I saw this as an opportunity to apply my knowledge and experience in a way that would let me better serve society. But coming to UTD and leaving everything behind was not easy. At the time, I was married with 2 small children. My wife Jana, sitting right here, had to give up her doctoral work in India and restart her PhD at UTD. I had to quit my job. I had to live an ocean away from my parents and siblings. But with my family's support, the help of a compassionate network of friends, my faculty's guidance, and the amazing resources of this university, both my wife and I earned our PhDs while raising our kids here. My rigorous work at UTD proved invaluable. I was able to learn from people like Professor Jerry Crowder and late Professor Joe Moore. Professor Moore had served as an advisor to President Lyndon B. Johnson. For the next 3 decades, I enjoyed a career overseeing sustainability and corporate social responsibility matters in corporate, consulting, and academic environments. I was even fortunate to provide sustainability leadership in India as a US Fulbright Fellow. Through my work, I developed a deep appreciation for the value of being ethical in what I do. When I retired from ExxonMobil, my children gifted me a plaque with Gandhi's "Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed." I decided that being ethical in my own work was not enough. I must passionately promote ethics. This prompted the next phase in my journey. I entered academia as a professor at the Illinois Institute of Technology, Stewart School of Business, and published books on the intersection of business, sustainability, and ethics. Today, the business ambiance is changing. Through this period of my journey, sustainability and stakeholder primacy have become even more pervasive. Here is a glimpse into the business setting you all will be now entering. The United Nations defines sustainable development as one that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of our future generations, many of you here. It calls for achieving the triple bottom line of often competing profit, planet, and people goals. However, as a purpose as a moderator, self-interest may yet bias the objective. Therefore, addition of a 4th component, purpose or ethics, is required. Market forces are shifting. Corporate sustainability performance and disclosure from voluntary to vital. You as leaders must steward this transformation. Corporation and its contract with society have been debated from Milton Friedman's "Corporations exist mainly to serve shareholders" to the new social contract based on the recognition that business is just one thread in the complex web of interwoven society. Shareholders are only one of many stakeholders. While each enterprise serves its own purpose, the establishments also share a commitment to all stakeholders. But reconciling the goals of various stakeholders is easier said than done. In 2013, Rajendra Pachauri, chair of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, said that building scientific consensus among the 1,000+ scientists was tough. This is not so because of differences in scientific views, but more so because of the political pressure of the interest groups they served. In other words, ethical decision-making while addressing powerful stakeholder interest is incredibly difficult. And it's a challenge I put forth to all of you to take up. And these challenges lead to opportunities. None of you selected your PhD here because it already had a solution. Today's business ambiance presents a treasure trove of problems in minds like yours and needs minds like yours. I will highlight 4 key items. 1, climate change and equity. Climate change has a global impact on the most vulnerable people. Mass migration will occur and pose severe health and geopolitical risks. Carbon is omnipresent in human life, and all human beings and their progeny yet to come deserve an equal share of the Earth's atmosphere. In 2011, former Vice President Al Gore said, "We can reverse climate change in action. All we need to do is to put a price on carbon in the market and a price on denials in politics." Climate change policy will truly test how intergenerational equity and distributive justice are incorporated in making ethical choices. This is a global policy challenge, and it needs policy wizards like you. Number 2, wars for water. Water is essential for humans and ecosystems. I can envision a day when countries may go to war for water. With the world going flat, virtual water flows through trade in agricultural and industrial commodities make up about 25% of the total water footprint and are growing. For instance, given its water scarcity, China is securing its food supply by controlling land in Africa. Oceans are water everywhere, but not a drop to drink yet. Should we dry, desalinate, or drag a glacier, we need innovators and entrepreneurs like you. 3, circular economy. Circular economy is a transformation of the 2-century-old mindset from a linear take, make, throw economy to a customer-centric, circular cradle-to-cradle model. Circular business models, in effect, replace resources with renewables, recover and reuse outputs, rebuild to extend product life, utilize idle resources such as vacation rentals of homes, and also lease consumer products such as carpets. Per Accenture Consulting, circular economy is a $1 trillion plus opportunity. There are many, many great manufacturing opportunities for you. Number 4, analytics and prioritization. Sustainability issues are tough socio-political policy choices. Society must prioritize and allocate limited resources to all significant stakeholders. Sustainability analytics provides insights across the value chain and the life cycle to accomplish social responsibility goals. Advances in remote sensing, data capture, spatial analysis, etc. provide real-time feedback and a granular insight into operations. Human-driven algorithmic analysis informs real-time intervention or multi-criteria decision-making through predictive and preventive analysis of real-time data. These tasks need highly skilled data scientists and analysts like you. Innovative solutions do need talented people. Addressing these challenges requires talented people who have a drive for continuous learning, the education to structure and analyze a complex and vague problem, and the optimism and discipline to persevere. You're here are being hooded because you have shown these critical skills. A key skill from your PhD is that of staying abreast of new developments and advances. I will forever fondly recall my early childhood when my grandma compared knowledge to an ocean. The deeper you dive, the more there is to explore. Fast forward to today, I learned from my 5-year-old granddaughter Lena, "Grandpa, no one knows everything, and you're never too old to learn." As you head into this world, keep that drive for continuous learning with you. The degree you now hold is an accomplishment and, like it was said previously, an important milestone. Celebrate that. But it is also a passport for you to shape your destiny. UTD's motto is education, the guardian of society. You are our guardians, and I look forward to seeing all of you go out there and change the society for better. And one final thought. Einstein's relativity showed that even though space and time can independently differ for different observers, the four-dimensional space-time reality is the same for everyone. This implies that events in space-time have a permanence to them. Every human life is a series of events. When we put them all together, each of us is creating our own indelible mark on the tapestry of this universe. Perhaps if everyone understood that, we might all be a little more careful to make sure that the mark we leave is one that we are proud of. In closing, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. Make yourself so strong that before writing each component of your destiny, God Himself asks you, what would you want it to be? Thank you.